After being held hostage for about 20 months by the West Papua National Liberation Army Free Papua Movement or the TPNPB-OPM, Susi Air pilot Philip Mark Mehrtens was finally released on Saturday, September 21, 2024. The Cartenz Peace Task Force reportedly succeeded in using a persuasive approach, also known as a soft approach. The effort was successful, and there were no casualties from any side, said Brigadier General Faizal Ramadhan, head of operations for the Cartenz Peace Task Force, when confirmed by Tempo on Saturday, September 21, 2024. Before his release this September, TPNPB-OPM spokesman Sebby Sambom had promised in July of the previous year that Philip would be released. However, that promise was not fulfilled until a year later. Hope for Philip's release resurfaced in August when Sebby announced that their leader, Egianus Kogoya, had agreed to the release plan. "I have spoken, and the result is that the commander Egianus agreed for us to release the pilot," he said on Sunday, August 4, 2024. At the time, Sebby said they were preparing a proposal for Philip's release. The group requested that the government follow the terms of the release proposal. According to him, with the proposal in place, security forces would have no reason to reject it since, as he said, the security forces were only responsible for maintaining order. "This is not the government's initiative to release the pilot, it's our initiative. Therefore, the government should respect that we are working together," he said. The pilot of the airline owned by former Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries, Susi Air, was finally released on Saturday. According to a church leader in Naduga, Bunyamin, not his real name, after TPNPB's Central Command submitted the proposal for Philip's release, attacks by the Indonesian military and police in Naduga increased. This is what pushed Egianus to hand over the New Zealand passport holder pilot to prevent a large-scale assault on the Naduga region, particularly in the Mam district, Egianus' birthplace, he said. According to police reports, the New Zealand pilot was picked up by helicopter in Uguru village, Mabarok district, Naduga Regency, on Saturday morning. Bunyamin confirmed this. He said Philip was picked up by helicopter by the Cartenz Peace Task Force without any gunfire exchange with the TPNPB militia controlling the area. The reason was that the TPNPB commander from the 3 Nadugama Darikma defense region, Egianus Kogoya, prohibited any armed clashes, he said. Bunyamin further explained that Philip was personally handed over by Egianus to the former Naduga regent, Edison Guyanj, in Uguru village at 8 o'clock East Indonesia time. During the handover, Egianus requested that Guyanj ask the Indonesian military and police to withdraw their troops from Papua. The former regent immediately contacted the Cartenz Task Force and called for an end to the airstrikes in Naduga, he added. The Eagle 4 Task Force of the State Intelligence Agency shared more details behind Philip's release. The head of the Alang IV Task Force, Brigadier General Merbianto Adi Wibowo, revealed that authorities had been tracking since February 2023, which eventually led to Philip's release. The tracking aimed to ensure the New Zealand pilot's well-being. The order was to ensure the release under safe conditions. So, his location and condition had to be continuously confirmed, Merbianto said on Sunday, September 22, 2024. Merbianto revealed several challenges during the tracking process, including geographic conditions and the obligation to provide frequent and timely updates from the tracking team. Additionally, the Eagle Task Force had to continuously inform the combined team about the area's conditions to ensure the safety of everyone involved in the mission. This included the safety of the security forces, civilians, and, of course, the pilot himself, he added. Brigadier General Faizal Ramadhan, head of operations for the Cartenz Peace Task Force, said the successful release of Philip was largely due to the soft approach that had been consistently employed by the Indonesian military and police. "We used a soft approach involving religious figures, church leaders, tribal leaders, and Egianus Kogoya's family. No hard approach was used," Faizal said. He explained that the soft approach was key to minimizing casualties during this rescue operation. From the beginning, the Indonesian military and police, particularly the Cartenz Peace Task Force, worked on Philip's release by engaging in dialogue with leaders in Papua, especially in Naduga Regency. "We are grateful that the operation was completed without any casualties on either side," Faizal stated. The National Human Rights Commission, Komnas HAM, said Philip's release provided an important lesson, as the police used a persuasive approach to secure his freedom. According to Komnas HAM Chair Adnaik Nova Sigiro, the soft approach is the right method to promote a better human rights situation in Papua. This release is a positive momentum to encourage a more conducive human rights situation in Papua and to protect the rights of civilians in any condition, ATNIC said in a written statement on Saturday, September 21, 2024. ATNIC highlighted that Philip's release was smooth, even though it did not involve a military or armed approach. Therefore, ATNIC urged all parties to continue prioritizing persuasive methods and human rights principles when dealing with other issues in Papua. She expressed her appreciation to those who helped secure Philip's peaceful release. This incident will be an important lesson that enriches our experience and methods in building Indonesia, in general, and Papua, in particular, ATNIC concluded.